Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you ride, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you ride, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for today, Monday, September the 4th, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, students excited to be back in the classroom as 2023-2024 school year begins. Prime Minister, Education Minister, and Opposition Leader issue words of encouragement as classes commence. Third Forbes student involved in weekend accident unable to start school until next month. And a heat wave advisory is in effect for the next 3 days. In regional news, Guyana has made no request to USA for lifting of a visa requirement. And on the international front, health officials keeping an eye on new COVID variant. Coming up in sports, Kirani James wins thrilling men's 400-meter Diamond League. We'll have all the details for you when we return.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell visited some of the nation's schools on Monday morning to welcome students back to the classroom after their summer break. And in an address to mark the start of the school year, Education Minister David Andrew encouraged children to embrace the opportunities given as they blossom into the individuals they're meant to be. Opposition Leader Keith Mitchell also issued a press release with motivational words for the occasion. Rena Pierre-Thomas has tonight's top story.
I'm not sure about it. Are we sure we're going to have a fantastic day? Yes! That sounds much better. Here. One here. One here. There we go. That's a good idea.
That was Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell as he visited various schools on the island, welcoming students back to the classroom on Monday morning, encouraging them to take full advantage of their educational journey. Meanwhile, Education Minister David Andrew has reminded students that the new school year offers them a clean slate and a chance to make a fresh start academically and socially, leaving behind any past challenges or setbacks. Andrew, in a back-to-school address, spoke of the new measures implemented by the government that will benefit young people.
Government has received approval from the UNESCO-funded TVET policy, which features transformative elements such as the Technical and Vocational Education and Training TVET expansion program in selected primary schools, which was launched on May 9th, 2023. The reintroduction of the sixth form and centers of excellence in selected institutions, and the drafting of legislation to mandate the extension of the school age to 18 years.
The minister said government is keen to ensure that students have the opportunities they need to further their learning and prepare for the future. He gave assurances that government continues to collaborate with local, regional, and international counterparts to secure scholarships and other educational aid in various disciplines to help build the country's human resources.
I want to encourage every student, parents, and educators to see this new school year as an opportunity to grow, learn, and to make the most of every moment we spend in the classroom. To our students, I want to emphasize the incredible potential that lies within each of you. You are the future leaders, innovators, and change makers of our world. Remember that education is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is about building character, nurturing curiosity, and fostering a passion for lifelong learning.
The opposition leader, Keith Mitchell, has also weighed in on the back-to-school conversation. In a press release, he reminded teachers and parents of their role in molding the minds and character of future generation. He also encouraged them to be mindful that their influence extends far beyond the walls of the classroom. For GBN News, I am Rena P. Thomas reporting.
With universal education in effect from September the 4th, all students, whether they were successful in the 2023 Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment or not, now have access to a secondary education. The announcement was made during a sitting of the Senate in June by Education Minister David Andrew. The J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School is one of those institutions which saw 45 new students joining the institution. Rosina John visited the school.
Universal access to education is the ability of all people to have equal opportunity in education. It's the first day for many at the secondary level, and students were eager to find out and share what the general feeling was like for them. GBN's news team was at the J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School on Monday. Kyla Paul, this will be a memorable beginning as she began the new school year on her birth date.
It feels really good to start off my birthday as a first day at school, especially in secondary school. Felt really good. Everybody was telling me happy birthday everywhere I go. Happy birthday, happy birthday. At first, with days before school started, I was kind of nervous. I wasn't sure if I was ready to start back school. But as the days keep coming, I was getting more prepared. I felt normal now.
The new students spoke fondly about the teachers they've encountered, what their first day was like, and what they are looking forward to.
Teachers are very fun and they are very nice, especially Mr. Alexander. When he came into the classroom, it was not what I expected. I thought he would be very strict and not that fun, but then when he was speaking, it was a lot. And then in assembly, we heard him singing, and it was a new thing to hear because we didn't realize he could sing.
Teachers here are very exciting. The classes wasn't boring. It wasn't anything like I thought it would have been.
First day was boring at first, but then I got to start liking it. And the first male teacher, he was really funny, and I really liked that. I like how they love to pray a lot because I'm a 7-day Adventist.
My first couple of hours here was pretty good, and I was enjoying it since the morning I entered. I made new friends and everything, and I'm looking forward to make a lot of new friends and have fun in the school.
Acting principal of the G.W. Fletcher Catholic School, Laurel Bartholomew, told our news team the first day of school was refreshing.
I must say the attendance, the students were quite early this morning, looking smart, all right, many of them. We actually, I would say, if you talk about population, we had about maybe 92% this morning. We actually welcomed 45 students, 2 transfers for the 3 of the Form 1s. Okay, we have 2 classes. And I must say, this term we are embarking on the theme resilience in education.
Bartholomew said their plan for the week is to have students reimagine themselves at the G.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School and to have a greater appreciation for the school.
Actual truth beholds, if we know the history of how G.W. Fletcher came about, it was actually the transition of finding space for excess students who would have done CP and had no placement. So if you understand the transition of the primary into the secondary, we would see that universal education is not a stranger mix to us. And not only that, we believe in the adage, every child matters to us. So here we are a child-friendly school. Our teachers are actually, we work with the students wherever they are.
Caretaker for the town of St. George, Claudette Joseph, also visited the school today. Christina John, GBN News.
Over 50 children benefited from a backpack and school supply giveaway in Fontenoy, St. George on Sunday as Grenadian David Monroe once again held his annual back-to-school giveaway. Details in this report.
Uniforms, pens, pencils, notebooks, and backpacks are just a few of the items distributed to children from Fontenoy Grand Mall and surrounding areas to help them prepare for the start of the new school year. David Monroe, who has been hosting this annual back-to-school giveaway for the past 20 years, said that the charitable gesture has assisted many vulnerable children, ensuring they are better equipped for school.
Passion and a calling from the Almighty. I never ignore it, and I try my best, and I go at it, and I see in the results, I see children turning out and benefiting and enjoy every moment. It is 20 years, and it is not an easy work, but by determination, I can get there. I want to say thanks on behalf of each and every one of the business places, the SAL, EC, Republic Bank, the Co-Industry, Vernick and Thompson, all of the other business places who have been supporting this program. Without their support, it would not have been the way it is today.
Given his own background and the challenges he experienced growing up due to poverty, Monroe aims to assist as many children as he can.
And he's been doing this now for 20 years. And he needs some help from the different organizations in the surroundings because he's been giving out to children from Cherry Hill up to Grand Mall, Fontenoy, surrounding areas. And he's been doing this now for many years, but he needs the different organizations to help him in supporting towards education, because we know education is liberation and going to liberate our people when you are educated.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
A heat wave advisory has been issued as students start the new school year. Here's another report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
Considering the prevailing weather conditions and the reopening of schools today, Monday, September 4th, the Ministry of Education advised the parents and guardians to take precautionary measures to ensure students' safety and well-being. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture informs of the assurance of heat wave advisories by the Grenada Meteorological Services for the state of Grenada for several days since August 5th. Current weather modules indicates relatively high temperature above 31.7 degrees Celsius, light winds and low rainfall at least for the next 3 days. Parents are therefore encouraged to provide students with extra water to ensure that they remain hydrated. Consider providing snacks or lunch that are light and refreshing, for example, fruits. Where possible, have students apply sunscreen at least 30 minutes before leaving for school. Teachers are also encouraged to monitor students carefully while in the classroom. The ministry prioritized the health and safety of all students, principals, teachers, and other employees, and encourages all to implement the suggested proactive steps to mitigate the impact of the heat wave. The ministry stated that they will continue to monitor the situation closely and be guided by the experts at the Grenada Meteorological Office and the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, communicating the relevant information as necessary. The ministry appreciates the cooperation and understanding of parents, guardians, students, and educational institutions, and extends best wishes for a safe, fulfilling, and rewarding academic school year 2023 to 2024. For GBN News, I am Rina Pet Thomas reporting.
This is News at 7. Coming up, sports minister involved in vehicular accident with a teen cyclist. We'll bring you the details after this message.
Transform your life with Ariza's suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arizacu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new Grenlec bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage.
Saturday, October 28th at the National Stadium, performing at iFactory Live's Afro-Caribbean Night. Let me run that again. October 28th at the National Stadium, we have Rotimi, Kiddy, Looney Spots and Electrify, Amapiano DJ Skylar Tyler, Samara Songbird, Neptunes, and more to be announced. Afro-Caribbean Night is bringing the culture together. Afro beats, soca, jollof, oil down. Grenada, are you ready? VIP tickets come with unlimited drinks and food. Sky Terrace tickets come with unlimited drinks and food with a high-level view. Go get your tickets at gofed.com and afrocaribbeannight.com.
There is a fire that rages in all of us, a deep desire to be the best that we can be. And sometimes that fire finds expression in words.
Who do you think you are? Angela Davis? Winnie Mandela?
Daddy, whether you like it or not, a new generation has arrived. We are here and we have come with a vision.
You sure is not television all you come with?
The Fire to Dance, a new exciting full-length drama, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs and presented by Heritage Theatre. Opening Saturday, 16th September at Grenada Trade Center and running for 2 weekends, 7 p.m. nightly with a star-studded cast.
Come with me, Sophie. We have worlds to conquer.
Come out and feel the fire in the Fire to Dance, starting September 16th. Don't miss it. This ad is sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
ready for the ultimate football showdown as Grenada takes on Suriname in the much-anticipated CONCACAF Nations League. Join the excitement on Friday, September 8th at the Karani James Athletics Stadium. Secure your pavilion seats at just $30 or secondary stands for $20. School students, grab your seats in the secondary stand for $10. And remember, kids under 12 are absolutely free. Tickets available from Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, Heather's Boutique, Shi's Bar, Victoria, Kelly's Hotspot, Guav, Calico Shopping Center, Satez, and GoToVet.com. Come see Grenada battle. Be there to witness history. Friday, September 8th at 7 p.m. Kirani James Athletics Stadium. Be part of the action. Be part of the pride.
NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
A third-form student at the Boca Secondary School was unable to join his peers for the start of the school year as he's home recovering from an accident involving a government minister. The mother of the 15-year-old boy in the weekend accident involving Sports Minister Ron Redhead says her son is home from the hospital but has been ordered to remain on bed rest until October 9th, 2023. She told the GBN her son suffered a cracked pelvic bone. The Saturday evening accident in Willis, St. George involved a collision between the minister's vehicle and the teenage cyclist. Following standard safety precautions, the young cyclist was taken to the general hospital for examination and observation. But conflicting reports quickly emerged about the severity of the cyclist's injuries, but a government information service issued notice reassured the public that all parties concerned are safe at this time. GIS used the incident as a teachable moment, advising the general public on road safety. It urged motorists and pedestrians alike to exercise due caution and responsibility while using the nation's roads. Footage of the incident has since made the rounds on social media. A news desk contacted police on Monday and was told the incident is under investigation. A prison officer is one of 2 men charged in connection with the confiscation of drugs at the Richmond Hill prison. Christina John has this report.
An attempt to smuggle 277 grams of cannabis into the Richmond Hill prison for an inmate has been stopped. The drug confiscated and 2 men slapped with charges. The cannabis carries an estimated street value of $1,385. As a result of this seizure, 44-year-old Timon Antoine, a prison officer of Bush Grove St. Andrew, and Andy Pursue, a 43-year-old mechanic of Boca St. George, were jointly charged for the offenses of possession of a controlled drug and trafficking in a controlled drug. The 2 accused appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court last Thursday and were granted bail in the sum of $8,000 each, with 1 surety. As part of their bail condition, they must seek permission from the court to leave the state of Grenada and report to their assigned police station once weekly. Both men are scheduled to return to court on December 7th. In an unrelated matter, officers attached to the Northern District arrested and charged Atiba Bartholomew, a 40-year-old resident of Tivoli, St. Andrew, in connection with the discovery of a quantity of compressed cannabis during a search of his vehicle on the 31st of August 2023 at Harveyville in Carriacou. Mr. Bartholomew was charged with trafficking in a controlled drug. He was granted bail in the sum of $10,000 with 2 sureties. Christina John, GBN News.
After a week of intense training, 19 fishers have completed their Level 2 Captain's Training course at the Melville Street Fisheries Department. We'll find out more in this report.
The newly trained fishers can now navigate the high seas with a greater sense of security, having completed the Level 2 Captain's Training course and attained the requisite certification. The training was funded by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and implemented by the Windward Islands Research and Education Foundation, WINDREF, of the St. George's University, in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. The aim is to train 100 boat captains, and already 48 have been trained, 29 captains from Carriacou and 19 from St. George. The next training session will take place in St. Andrew and St. David. This fishers training is one of 8 activities implemented by the FAO. The areas of focus included rules of the road, seamanship and boat handling, coastal navigation involving the use of GPS and VHF radio communication, first aid, distress procedures, care maintenance and troubleshooting, outboard engines, new safety at sea regulations, and marine conservation. Cami Roberts McIntosh from Sherry Hill in St. George is the first female in St. George to obtain a captain's permit.
I have learned a lot. I would have learned road safety of the sea. I also learned navigating, and I also learned how to change parts of my engine and maintain my engine. The course was very informative. I'm hoping to take this to another venture in doing my captain license level 1.
Corey Stanislas, a fisherman and a member of the Grand Dance Fishermen's Association, said the course was rather educational.
Very thankful to be able to do this course for the information I received in GPS, navigational skills, VHF, and other tools that we as fishermen need out there in the field. So this course will help us to teach our fellow fisher folk and others in the field to improve our skills out there.
The training is part of a series designed specifically for fishers and is one of 8 activities implemented by the FAO. Christelina John, GBN News.
It's Labor Day in the U.S. and Grenadians in the diaspora are out and about. We'll take a look in tonight's GBN ISAW.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Our citizen journalist is submitting all the way from New York, where the West Indian Day Parade took place earlier today. Scores of Grenadians were witnessed participating in the parade. The West Indian Day Parade Carnival is an annual celebration of West Indian culture held on the first Monday of September in Brooklyn, New York. It is organized by the West Indian American Day Carnival Association. We thank our citizen journalist in this submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And still ahead, a workshop held on Friday aims to build awareness on gender-based violence. This is News at 7.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Switch to a Ready Cash loan today. Bring your loan to us and get 25% off your interest rate. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and a hassle-free service, so you can do all the important things you need with ease. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.shopcourts.com. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
The NLA is giving chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, we have the COVID, we have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Social Development, with support from the Pan American Health Organization, or PAHO, is in the process of building awareness on the standard operating procedures, or SOP, for gender-based violence under the Grenada Spotlight initiative. The workshop was held on Friday as part of a series of multi-sectoral parish-level trainings at the Grenada National Stadium, geared at strengthening the response across all sectors in the fight against violence against women and girls. Nisha Paul tells us more.
We are going to each and every parish between now and the end of September to make sure that these SOPs are firmly planted in the minds of the stakeholders, they know about them, and to start the process towards having them more effectively implemented.
That was consultant and a workshop facilitator, Mrs. Jackie Seeley-Burke. She says although the standard operating procedures have been endorsed since 2020, there is still a lack of awareness across the sectors about how the SOPs are supposed to operate.
In fact, it really became necessary because we found that the sectors were not being consistent about how they responded to these types of cases. What I often say is that the left hand did not know what the right hand was doing, the coordination was weak, and that you could go to one service deliverer and be told one thing and then go to another and be told something totally different. So we wanted to standardize the way in which we respond to this type of violence, and we wanted to make sure that our interventions were as effective, as robust as possible.
The SOPs were developed under Pillar 4 of the Grenada Spotlight Initiative and are geared to enhance the response across the 4 essential sectors: health, police, justice, and social services. Mrs. Seeley Burke further explained what this means for victims of gender-based violence.
This approach that we're training people in is saying to stakeholders, you have to be sensitized to victims' rights, to the fact that there are certain protocols that should be met. You have to coordinate your efforts as stakeholders. No longer should we have medical health people saying, well, I don't know what's going on with the police, or I don't know what's going on there. These standard operating procedures require a more coordinated, collaborative approach to how the various sectors respond to this violence, and victims and survivors are supposed to be the beneficiaries of a more coordinated, comprehensive response.
Some workshop participants spoke with GBN on the importance of this training.
My name is Brian Aird in the Juvenile Justice Unit. This training has taught me some of the ways to address these things. You have violence against children, violence against minors. So some of the ways that we can notice certain things and have proper reporting procedures.
My name is Karina Monroe Victor, and I am from Child Protection Authority. I am a child protection officer. We're here so that we can learn what is new and how we go about implementing those things with other agencies.
My name is Adrian Pancho, Acting Inspector of Police, presently attached to the Fire Department. As a police, we are responsible for responding and providing some form of support, and also connecting the victims and the perpetrators as it relates to gender-based violence to the different sectors that can assist them. So at the end of the day, the SOPs would actually put everyone on track. We'll be able to work together and have that seamless response to any such report of gender-based violence.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Stay with us. We'll have the sports and regional news up next.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway, and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Sports fans, it was a thrilling comeback for Grenada's Karani James in an exciting men's 400-meter race at the 2023 Xiamen Diamond League meeting on Saturday. James edged out USA's Quincy Hall to claim the top podium spot. The race saw James and Hall matching strides in an intense battle, with both clocking in at 44.38 seconds. But it was James who narrowly claimed victory with a season best and meeting record. The 400-meter Olympic champion had this to say after the race.
Just try to perform, just try to compete, because a lot of the guys, the 400-meter guys, are great finishers. So for you to be able to take him to the line, for me, at this point, it's a good feeling. It was tough, but these things happen. You just have to learn from it and just try to get better. As you see today, I think I did a lot better.
An appeal has emerged for the inclusion of sports in the Caribbean Community, or CARICOM, agenda. Mike Sands, the president of the North American, Central American, and Caribbean Athletics Association, NACAC, emphasizes the necessity of involving regional leaders in discussions concerning a strategic plan that views sports as an investment in the youth of the region. The NACAC president was among guests on the weekly Talk Sports program on Saturday.
I've had a discussion with two ministers of the Caribbean while in Jamaica. While in Budapest. And my thing is this, right? I want sports to become a CARICOM subject, because we talk about this, we talk about that, but I don't hear sports on the agenda. And I coined the phrase that I said to those ministers: I want us to have sports against violence. In other words, we have to buy into what we're trying to do and invest on the front end with these young people. We're not just talking track and field now.
He stated that a Caribbean sports symposium is needed.
To see us come together as a diaspora, and CARICOM has to help lead the charge, because at the end of the day, the athletes from Grenada have to go to the government for funds, Jamaica, the government for funds, right? Bahamas. So we probably need to have a sports symposium, okay, for the Caribbean or the CARICOM, to determine what we can do to by extension, have sports be part and parcel of the solution, or at least a contribution to try to get our kids in more positive direction. And the travel always comes to my mind, because I know the pain that countries face when they're traveling for competition, not just for track and field, but for sports. And so I want to have that as a subject somewhere along the line at a higher level, with some strategic plan as to how we can help offset some of this costs and making an investment in our young people, and by extension, better nations within our diaspora.
Trinidad and Tobago senior men's national football team will be back in action in the CONCACAF Nations League when they host Curacao on Thursday. Head coach Angus Eves shared his thoughts on the upcoming fixture.
With the start of the Nations League 1 week away, the newly reappointed national team coach is approaching this challenge with a positive attitude.
I'm always optimistic going into whatever tournament that we have to go into. The game that we play, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you always have another day to go back and fight again. And this is just another opportunity for the team to come together. We coming together to the Copa America is a massive tournament. It's going to be very difficult for us to qualify for a tournament like this, and then going into having the opportunity to put ourselves in a better space for the World Cup campaign. I think it's more of a paramount for us, but we're going into the two phases of what we're going to with optimism.
Eve says the goal is also to get the team back on track with positive results.
So we try to put forward the best group that we can get to represent the country in a way that, and in a manner that we should be represented. We are hugely disappointed in the last two matches that we would have played, and people only remember your last performance. So I think we've been on a good run before that, but as again, the way it ended, none of us was happy about it.
He adds, now is not the time to focus on the rankings of the teams they will face, as his team prepares to face Curacao at home on September 7th, and then 3 days later travel to El Salvador.
All of the games are going to be difficult. We are now in the A. So, just like us and Nicaragua was fighting to be here, we are here now. So all of the teams would be ranked higher than us in this phase. But as I said, we have to put aside the rankings. We have to put aside the fact that they have good players. They have players who play in good European teams and stuff like that. And we have to put our best foot forward.
that's what's happening in the world of sports today. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. The Guyanese government has officially asked Canada and various European nations to lift visa requirements for Guyanese citizens. However, no similar request has been made to the United States of America. We get more in this report.
This was disclosed by outgoing U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, Sarah Ann Lynch, during her final press conference on Thursday. The diplomat was questioned about whether her nation was considering removing the visa requirement for Guyanese citizens. This was her response.
I'm not aware of any request.
She, however, noted that the United States will continue to welcome Guyanese, however through legal means, while acknowledging the significantly large Guyanese diaspora there.
Our goal at Embassy Georgetown is to ensure that there are legal pathways, if you will, to come to the United States, to visit, whether you're a tourist or whether you have children in school, whether you're a student, and also there's the immigrant visa path. We welcome them. We welcome Guyanese to the United States. The diaspora is quite large, and so a lot of people have deep family ties, economic ties, and as I said, educational ties to the United States. So we welcome that large number of Guyanese into the United States and doing so legally.
The United Kingdom eliminated the need for visas to visit that European country for those with Guyanese passport last year. According to reports, Guyana is already discussing the potential for a visa-free travel with Italy, the British Virgin Islands, and Mexico. And just last month, President Irfan Ali announced that Guyana's request for a visa-free travel to the Shenyang area has received backing from at least 5 European nations. When Canada announced earlier this year that citizens of 13 nations, including 5 CARICOM countries, would no longer need a visa to enter the country, Guyana increased its call for visa-free travel to that country. With access to 88 countries without a visa, the Guyana passport is now placed 59th in the 2023 Henley Passport Index, up from number 64 in 2022.
Never too early, never too late is the 2023 theme for World Alzheimer's Month. The Alzheimer's Association of Trinidad and Tobago kicked off the month's commemoration with their annual launch and lunch at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain.
The Alzheimer's Association of Trinidad and Tobago, or ASAT, has been opening World Alzheimer's Month with this launch and lunch for the past 5 years. This year, President Christine Kangaloo has accepted the role of patron of ASAT and was in attendance at the event. ASAT's president, Michelle Saunders Clavery, noted that more education about dementia and Alzheimer's is needed.
Research has shown that globally there is a poor understanding of dementia and Alzheimer's. The work, therefore, of World Alzheimer's Month is vital in raising awareness and in improving knowledge, as well as supporting those who live with the disease and more so those who care for them.
Ms. Saunders Clavery explained that the theme, Never Too Early, Never Too Late, centers on key risk factors of the disease and risk reduction, and stressed on the need for raising awareness.
Never too early, never too late expresses a sense of hope and encouragement to individuals like yourselves to get involved in something seemingly insurmountable and larger than self. Information is key that can be used to unlock and tackle the various untruths, misconceptions, and myths surrounding Alzheimer's disease. Knowledge and understanding is another key.
September 21st is recognized as World Alzheimer's Day.
The Center for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States, or CDC, has reported a rise in COVID hospitalizations across the U.S., though it is too early to say whether a new variant might cause more serious illness. We get more in this report.
The latest data showing what we're seeing here. There were 15,000 new COVID hospitalizations for the week ending August 19th, and now retailers and pharmacies are reporting an increasing demand for at-home COVID tests. Walgreens saying we are seeing greater demand in this category nationwide, which may cause temporary and isolated shortages. The CDC also monitoring as the virus continues to evolve though it is far too early really to say whether one of those variants, the BA.286, might cause more serious illness or be more transmissible than others. So far, only 24 cases worldwide, including 4 in the U.S. The CDC says it appears current testing and medications are working against the variant. Now, the CDC also says the new vaccine for COVID is expected to be released in mid-September. So what should you be doing to protect yourself? Well, the CDC says you should get your COVID vaccines as recommended. Test yourself if you have any COVID symptoms and seek treatment if you test positive or are at high risk of getting very sick. Of course, the bottom line is, as we head into fall and spend more times indoors, we should remain vigilant and use the advice we've all been given. Wash your hands, cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze, and if you feel you need to mask up, do so to stay healthy.
And that's what's been happening around our globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Students excited to be back in the classroom as 2023-2024 school year begins. Prime Minister, Education Minister, and Opposition Leader issue words of encouragement as classes commence. Third Forbes student involved in weekend accident unable to start school until next month. And a heat wave advisory is in effect for the next 3 days. In regional news, Guyana has made no request to USA for lifting of visa requirements. And on the international front, health officials keeping an eye on new COVID variants. In sports, Karani James wins thrilling men's 400-meter Diamond League. If you miss any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. On behalf of GBN, I wish you a safe and pleasant evening.